Hello students and good morning. So now I am doing class for class 10. The topic is sphere. So in the last online class also we were doing the same topic, that is sphere. So today is the continuation class. So let us work out exercise 12, page number 185 from the book Ganit Prakash for class 10 by West Bengal Board of Secondary Education. So let's start this question now. This is question number 16. So this is a short answer type question which carries 2 marks. Okay. So now let's do this question number 1. The numerical value of volume and whole surface area of a solid hemisphere are equal. So in the question it is given that the numerical value of the volume and the whole surface area of a solid hemisphere are equal. Let us write down the length of radius of the hemisphere. Now we have to find out the length of radius of the hemisphere. So what is the meaning of hemisphere? So hemisphere is just half of the sphere. यदि एउटा स्फियर छ हैन, एउटा फुटबल छ, त्यो फुटबललाई हामीले बीचबाट काट्दियो भने के हुन्छ? That will be a hemisphere, but that is a solid one. Okay? The hemisphere is like this. So this is a hemisphere, right? So this is a hemisphere. Now in the question it is given that the numerical value of the volume of the hemisphere and the whole surface area of the hemisphere are equal. Now you have to find out the length of the radius of the hemisphere. Okay? So अब हामी कसो गर्छौं यसलाई? हामीले यो हेमिस्फियर को के गर्नुपर्छ? रेडियस चाहिँ एज्युम गरौँ. Because you have to get the radius of the hemisphere. Okay. Now the solution is, let the length of radius of the hemisphere be r unit. Be what? R unit. Okay. So now in this case you have to find out the volume of the solid hemisphere. So therefore volume of the hemisphere. So volume of the hemisphere is equal to, what is the formula? What is the volume of the sphere? It is 4/3 pi r cube. That is the volume of the sphere. But hemisphere is just half of the sphere. So what is the volume of the hemisphere now? It is 2/3 pi r cube. So this is the volume of the hemisphere. Now whole surface area of the hemisphere. So what is the formula for whole surface area of the hemisphere? Whole surface area of the hemisphere is equal to, what is the whole surface area of the hemisphere? That is area of the curved surface of the hemisphere plus area of the forepart of the hemisphere. Forepart भनेको चाहिँ यो, forepart भनेको चाहिँ अगाडिको यो जुन चाहिँ सर्कल टाइपको फिगर छ यसलाई भन्छ forepart of the hemisphere. So what is the whole surface area of the hemisphere? That is 2 pi r square, that is the area of the curved surface of the hemisphere plus area of the forepart of the hemisphere, that is the circle. So it will be 2 pi r square plus pi r square. So which is equal to, this is 3 pi r square. So I think I've understood it. So by question it is given that the volume of the hemisphere is equal to whole surface area of the hemisphere. That means you can equate this volume of the hemisphere with whole surface area of the hemisphere. So by question we can write down that 2/3 pi r cube is equal to 3 pi r square. That is 2/3 pi r cube is equal to 3 pi r square. So here you can cancel this pi gets cancels, and this r square and cube will be cancelled. If r cube is divided by r square, then it remains only r. Now you can do, what are the remaining terms here? 2/3 r is equal to 3, or r is equal to, this is 9/2, which is equal to 4.5. So this fraction is written in terms of mixed fraction. So what is r here? R is the length of the radius of the hemisphere. So therefore radius of the hemisphere, therefore radius of the hemisphere is equal to, what is the answer? What is the radius of the hemisphere? It is 4.5. That is, it is in terms of mixed fraction, 4.5 units. So this is the final answer. So I think you have understood it. So you can copy it. Now we'll do the next problem. So now we'll do the next question, that is question number 2, that is 16 number 2. So the question says that the curved surface area of a solid sphere is equal to the surface area of a solid right circular cylinder. तो यहाँ question ले के भन्दैछ भन्दाखेरि the curved surface area of a solid sphere is equal to the surface area of a right circular cylinder. That is, curved surface area of the solid sphere भनेको त्यो स्फियर भनेपछि एउटा फुटबल जस्तो भइगयो, त्यसको वरिपरिको एरिया, कर्व्ड सर्फेस एरिया भनेको वरिपरिको एरिया, that is equal to the surface area of a right circular cylinder. You know right circular cylinder? Right circular cylinder को surface area भनेको त्यो पनि वरिपरिको एरिया. You know right circular cylinder, isn't it? So the curved surface area of a solid sphere is equal to the surface area of the right circular cylinder. It is given that, okay? And also the lengths of both height and diameter of the cylinder are 12 centimeter. तो यहाँ क्वेश्चन में के दिएको छ, त्यो सिलिन्डर को लेंथ भनेको हाइट, the lengths of both height, the length of both height, that is त्यो सिलिन्डर को हाइट र डायमिटर चाहिँ सेम छ, that is 12 centimeter. त्यो सिलिन्डर को हाइट र डायमिटर को लेंथ के छ, सेम छ, that is 12 centimeter. Okay, so let us write down the length of radius of the sphere. So let us find out the length of radius of the sphere. Okay, so now in this case let us write down first cylinder. Okay, this is the solution. Now for cylinder, what is the height of the cylinder? So height of the cylinder, so height of the cylinder is equal to, how much is that? This is 12 centimeter. Height of the cylinder is equal to 12 centimeter. Okay, what is the diameter of the cylinder? Diameter means diameter of the base. So diameter of the cylinder, so diameter of the cylinder is also 12 centimeter. So in this case diameter of the cylinder is given, but you have to find out its radius. So therefore its radius is equal to half of 12, that is 12 divided by 2 is equal to 6 centimeter. Now let us find out the surface area of the cylinder. किनभने क्वेशनमा दिएको छ, the curved surface area of a solid sphere is equal to the surface area of the right circular cylinder. So let us find out the surface area of the right circular cylinder. Therefore surface area of the right circular cylinder, surface area of the right circular cylinder is equal to, what is that? It is 2 pi RH. Is that clear? So which is equal to 2 pi, pi is kept as it is. What is the radius? Radius is 6. What is the height? height is 12. Okay, so which is equal to 6 2s are 12, 12 12s are 144, 144 pi. What is the unit here? It is square centimeter. So I think you have understood it. So now in the question it is given that the curved surface area of the solid sphere is equal to the surface area of the solid circular cylinder. तो अब हामी के लेख्न सक्छौं? यही surface area of the right circular cylinder के हुन्छ? Curved surface area of the solid sphere. यति नै हुन्छ. किनभने क्वेशनले के भन्दैछ? The curved surface area of the solid sphere is equal to the surface area of the right circular cylinder. तो यही 144 pi नै के हुन्छ? Curved surface area of the solid sphere. Therefore, curved surface area of the solid sphere is equal to 144 pi square centimeter. The curved surface area of the solid sphere पनि कति हो? 144 pi square centimeter. Now let us write the length of the radius of the sphere. So let us assume the length of the radius of the sphere. Let the length of radius of the sphere be r centimeter. Let the length of radius of the sphere be r centimeter. So what is the formula for curved surface area? Therefore, curved surface area of the sphere is equal to 4 pi r square. Okay? Square centimeter. So what is the formula for curved surface area of the sphere? That is 4 pi r square centimeter. तो अघि हामीले कति निकाल्यौ? 144 pi square centimeter. तो यो दुईटा चाहिँ के हुनु पर्छ? इक्वल हुनु पर्यो. You can equate this two. That is 4 pi r square is equal to this one, 144 pi. 144 pi. Now we can simplify it. This pi gets cancels, or r square is equal to 144 by 4. So I think you have understood it. Okay? Or now 4 ones are 4, 4 threes are 12, 24, 4 6 are 24. Is that clear? 4 threes are 12, 14 minus 12 is 2, 24, 4 6 are 24. So r square is equal to 36. Or what is the value for r? It is root over 36. So r is equal to 6 centimeter. So r is equal to 6 centimeter. So what is the radius of the sphere? It is 6 centimeter. So therefore, radius of the sphere is equal to, what is the answer? Radius of the sphere is equal to 6 centimeter. So this is the answer. तो यसमा राइट सर्कुलर सिलिन्डर पनि आयो, स्फियर पनि आयो, दुईटाको मिक्स भएको छ. ठीक छ? त राइट सर्कुलर सिलिन्डरको पनि फर्मुला चाहिँ याद हुनै पर्छ. So this is the answer. Okay, I think you have understood it. So you can copy it. Now we'll do the next question. So now we'll do the next question, that is 16 number 3. The question is, whole surface area of a solid hemisphere is equal to the curved surface area of the solid sphere. तो यहाँ क्वेशन में के भन्दैछ भन्दा फेरि पनि whole surface area of the solid hemisphere. Solid hemisphere भनेपछि हेमिस्फियर मीन्स हाफ अफ द स्फियर अनि त्यसको 4 पार्ट अफ द हेमिस्फियर पनि हुन्छ त अगाडिको भाग के हुन्छ सर्कल त होल सर्फेस एरिया भनेपछि के भयो यहाँ एरिया अफ द कर्भ सर्फेस अफ द हेमिस्फियर प्लस एरिया अफ द 4 पार्ट अफ द हेमिस्फियर दैट इज 2 pi r square plus pi r square which is equal to 3 pi r square. Okay, and it is equal to the curved surface area of the solid sphere. So this whole surface area of the solid hemisphere is equal to the curved surface area of the solid sphere. That means solid sphere. What is the curved surface area of the solid sphere? It is 4 pi r square. Now let us write the ratio of the lengths of the radius of the hemisphere and the sphere. Now in this case you have to find out the ratio of the radius of the hemisphere and the sphere. You have to calculate the ratio of the lengths of the radius of the hemisphere and the sphere. Now let us assume let R1 be the radius of the solid hemisphere of the solid hemisphere. Let R1 be the radius of the solid hemisphere. So therefore now we can write whole surface area of the hemisphere, whole surface area of the hemisphere is equal to, this is 3 pi r1 square. That is whole surface area of the hemisphere is equal to 3 pi r1 square. Okay, next you have to find out the curved surface area of the solid sphere. Now let us assume the radius of the solid sphere. Let R2 be the radius of the solid sphere. Radius of the solid sphere. Let R2 be the radius of the solid sphere. Now in this case you have to find out the curved surface area of the solid sphere. Therefore curved surface area of the solid sphere, curved surface area of the solid sphere is equal to, this is 4 pi r2 square. What is the curved surface area of the solid sphere? It is 4 pi r2 square. Now by question it is given that the whole surface area of the solid hemisphere is equal to the curved surface area of the solid sphere. So by question we can equate these two, isn't it? So let us write. So by question we have that is whole surface area of the solid hemisphere, that is 3 pi r1 square. 3 pi r1 square is equal to the curved surface area of the solid sphere, that is 4 pi r2 square. That is 4 pi r2 square. Now here you can cancel this, pi gets cancels, or this is 3 r1 square is equal to 4 r2 square. Since you have to find out the ratio of the radius of the hemisphere and the solid sphere, so let us take this r2 square to the left hand side. So it will be r1 square divided by r2 square is equal to 4 upon, let us take this 3 to the right hand side, so it goes to the denominator, that is 4 by 3. Or now we can write here r1 by r2 whole square, because both this numerator and the denominator contain square, so you can write it within whole square, that is r1 upon r2 whole square is equal to 4 upon 3, which is equal to 4 upon 3, or what is the value for r1 upon r2? So r1 upon r2 is equal to square root of 4 upon 3. Or you can write r1 upon r2 is equal to 2 upon root 3. So r1 upon r2 is equal to 2 upon root 3. So what is the ratio now? So therefore r1 is to r2 is equal to 2 is to root 3. That is 2 is to root 3. So what is the ratio of the length of the radius of the hemisphere and the sphere? It is 2 is to root 3. So you can write down the answer. Therefore ratio of lengths of radius of hemisphere and sphere is equal to, what is the answer? It is 2 is to root 3. It is 2 is to root over 3. So this is the final answer. So I think you have understood it. So you can copy it. Now we'll do the next question. So now we'll do the next question, that is question number 4. If the curved surface area of a solid sphere is S and volume is V, let us write the value of S cube divided by V square. So in the question it is given that S is the curved surface area of the solid sphere. That is, curved surface area of the solid sphere भनेको त्यो sphere जुन चाहिँ एउटा एक्जाम्पल फुटबलको एक्जाम्पल हामी लिन सक्छौं, त्यो फुटबलको जुन चाहिँ वरिपरिको एरिया छ त्यसलाई हामी कर्व्ड सर्फेस एरिया भनेर भन्छौं. त्यो कर्व्ड सर्फेस एरिया अफ द सलिड स्फियर इज गिवन एज S and its volume is V. So let us write down the value of S cube divided by V square, not putting the value of pi. So in this case you don't have to put the value for pi. I mean pi ko value नहाले पनि हुन्छ. That means you have to get the answer in terms of pi. Okay? So in this case, let us assume the radius of the solid sphere. Okay? Let R be the radius of the solid sphere. Let R be the radius of the solid sphere. Okay? So in the question it is given that S is the curved surface area of the solid sphere. S is the curved surface area of the solid sphere. Okay? So what is the formula for S? S is equal to 4 pi r square. That is, S is equal to 4 pi r square. Okay? Also it is given that V is the volume of the sphere. V is the volume of the solid sphere. V is the volume of the solid sphere. So what is the formula for V? That is, V is equal to 4/3 pi r cube. That is, V is equal to 4/3 pi r cube. So now I think you have understood it. Okay? So now what is to be calculated? S cube divided by V square. So now S cube divided by V square, which is equal to, what is S whole cube? S whole cube means 4 pi r square. 4 pi r square whole cube divided by, what is V whole square? This is formula for V, 4/3 pi r cube whole square, isn't it? So it is 4/3 pi r cube. This is whole square. Okay? Now let us simplify it. What is meant by 4 pi r square whole cube? This power 3 is for all these numbers, that is 4 pi as well as r square. So what is 4 cube? This is 64 into pi cube into r square whole cube means r to the power 6 whole divided by in the denominator. Now again here also this square is for all this term, that is 4/3 pi as well as r cube. Okay? What is 4 square? 16 divided by 3 square is 9 is equal to into 4 square is 16 divided by 3 square is 9 into Now pi square. This square is also for pi into what is r cube whole square? It is r to the power 6. Is that clear? So here you can cancel it. R to the power 6 gets cancels. Your pi square and cube will be cancelled, which is equal to 64 into, when this 16 by 9 goes up in the numerator, it becomes 9 by 16. This is 9 by 16 into pi. Is that clear? So now 16 ones are 16, 16 fours are 64, right? 16 ones are 16, 16 fours are 64. So which is equal to 9 fours are? 9 fours are 36 pi. So this is the final answer. So what is the value for s cube divided by b square? It is 36 pi. So this is the final answer. So I think you have understood it. So you can copy it. Now we'll do the next question. So now we'll do the next question, that is question number 5 of number 16. If the length of radius of a sphere is increased by 50%, let us write how much percent will be increased of its curved surface area. So here question says that if the length of radius of a sphere is increased by 50%, then by how much percent will its curved surface area increase? Is that clear? तो एउटा स्फियर को लेंथ अफ रेडियस 50% ले बढ्दैछ भने त्यसको कर्व सर्फेस एरिया कति पर्सेन्ट ले बढ्छ भनेर सोध्दैछ. If the length of the radius of a sphere is increased by 50%, then by how much percent will its curved surface area increase? So you have to find it. Okay? So let us do the solution now. So let us assume the radius of the original sphere. Okay? Let the radius of the original sphere be r. Let the radius of the original sphere be r. So let us find its curved surface area. So therefore curved surface area of the original sphere is equal to, this is 4 pi r square. Is that clear? So now the question says that the length of the radius of the sphere is increased by 50%. Okay? So now radius of the new sphere is increased by 50%. Okay? Now what will be the radius of the new sphere now? Original sphere is r. Okay? So now the radius of the new sphere will be equal to r plus it is increased by 50%, that is 50% of r. This is 50% of r. Okay? So it is r plus 50% means 50 by 100 into r. 51s are 50, 52s are 100 is equal to r plus r by 2. So what is the LCM? 2. So it is 2r plus r, which is equal to 3r by 2. That is, this 3r by 2 is the radius of the new sphere. Is that clear? So now let us find out the curved surface area of this new sphere. The radius here is 3r by 2. Therefore, curved surface area of the new sphere. Okay? So curved surface area of the new sphere is equal to, what is the formula first? The formula is 4 pi r square. But in this case, what is the value for r? It is 3r by 2. It is 4 pi. So r here is 3r by 2 whole square. So let us simplify it. 4 pi into this is 9r square upon 4. Here 4 gets cancels, which is equal to 9 pi r square. So what is the curved surface area of the new sphere? It is 9 pi r square. The कतिले बढ्यो त कतिले बढ्दैछ? curved surface area of the new sphere is increased by what? Curved surface area of the new sphere is increased by, this is 9 pi r square minus 4 pi r square. Original sphere को curved surface area कति थियो? 4 pi r square. New sphere को curved surface area कति भयो? 9 pi r square. कतिले बढ्यो? Therefore increased in curved surface area, increased in curved surface area is equal to 9 pi r square minus original sphere को curved surface area कति थियो? 4 pi r square. It is 4 pi r square is equal to, how much is it? It is 5 pi r square. कतिले बढेर गएछ? 5 pi r square. Now you have to find out the percentage increased in curved surface area, right? So therefore percentage increased in curved surface area is equal to, what is the formula? The formula is increased in curved surface area, increased in curved surface area. This is increased in curved surface area divided by curved surface area of the original sphere, curved surface area of the original sphere, okay, into 100%, because we are converting this into percentage. So what is the formula for percentage increase in curved surface area? Is equal to increase in curved surface area divided by curved surface area of the original sphere into 100%, okay? So which is equal to, what is the increased in curved surface area? It is 5 pi r square divided by, what is the curved surface area of the original sphere? It is 4 pi r square. It is 4 pi r square, right? Into what? Into 100%. Into 100%. So let us simplify it. Pi gets cancels, r square gets cancels. 4 ones are 4. 4 lela kati times? 4 twos are 8. 2, 10 minus 8 is 2, 20. 4 fives are 20. So 25 into 5 will be equal to, this is your 125%. So by how much percent will the curved surface area increase? Is equal to, it is 125%. So this is the final answer. So by how much percent will its curved surface area increase? It is 125%. So this is the final answer. So I think you have understood it. So you can copy it. So now this much is for today. त आज हामीले 5 वटा प्रब्लमहरु गर्यौं. यो 5 वटा प्रब्लम घरमा राम्रोसँग रिभिजन गर्नु. अरु अगाडिको प्रब्लमहरु नि सबै नै गर्नु. तिमीले स्फियरको जति पनि हामीले अगाडि प्रब्लम गर्यो सबै तिमीले घरमा एकपल्ट रिभिजन गर्ने. ठीक छ? The next online class we will do the new chapter, that is your right circular cone. So we have completed this chapter, that is sphere, today. Okay, so in the next online class we will do the new chapter, that is right circular cone. So this much is for today. So you can copy it.